I want to watch this. The man responsible for all the Genshin Impact problems and drama. Maybe I'll look at this.
Starro dev team treats its players better than the Genshin dev team, and for the longest time, I just thought
I
it
don't
was
think it's
because
tech
Genshin's
tone.
popularity allows them to be more stingy with the rewards and quality of life of the game. Sometimes they're just way
Maybe
too
it's
big
tech
to
tone.
fail.
Maybe tech tone
But
is the
recent
reason.
developments, a lot more eyes are looking into the dev teams of both Genshin and Hoyoverse titles, and what we found is something all of us can guess. The man in charge of the dev team of Genshin is not the same man in charge of both Honkai games. But would you believe me if I said that the same man in charge of Genshin right now was also in charge of Honkai Impact 3rd, and that Honkai Impact 3rd was in the same situation as Genshin before? Here's a quick rundown of the history of the man known as Kai Howu.
Is this the guy?
This piece of shit is the
So
reason
this
why we
is
never had the same good.
This is the cocksucker that is creating all of these issues. How much money is this guy making? Holy fuck.
Howu.
All right.
This piece of shit is the reason why
Looks
we
pretty
never
young,
had the
though.
same good treatment that the other Honkai games currently have.
He
As
has
we know,
hair.
Genshin Impact
Should
is
be
what
bald.
propulsed Hoyoverse into mainstream fame. But before that, their first successful title was Honkai Impact 3rd. Now, during its first years, it was ran by this man, Kai Howu. And during those days, the Honkai Impact 3rd community had almost the same issues we are currently facing in Genshin Impact. More specifically, lack of rewards and dev team lack of communication, and no changes after we give feedback. Sounds familiar? Now, after Genshin Impact's launch, he was moved to the Genshin Impact dev team and was replaced by the one and only, the man of the hour, David Young. This man not
Ooh.
only brought back Honkai Impact 3rd by giving the equivalent of Archons in that game,
He's
for
just
free,
giving everybody
but
free
also
shit.
is the man responsible for all the praise Honkai Star Rail is getting now.
I'm gonna be honest, that makes sense. I think that guy, what he wants to do, I think what he's doing is he's testing players. He's seeing how far he can stretch and annoy players and try to drain as much money from them until they start screaming. I think my theory is that Genshin, for him, like every project he works on, he tries to push it as far as he can and see how far he can go.
all of us Hoyoverse players the feel
Where does
that
the
we are
sword
in the
come from?
best
From
hands
her
playing
boobs.
Honkai titles and not
It's between
the
her
Genshin
chests.
Impact title. That is sad. I don't know about you, but for me personally, I don't want to be responsible for a man losing his job, costing him his livelihood. Something at the cost of something like someone's livelihood isn't really worth it. However, it is high time.
I mean, if you're fucking over an entire player base and enjoyment, like if you're doing your job bad, if you like, I mean, why would you not lose your job? If your whole point is make a good game, make something great for players, listen to the players and convert the strategies that are more fitting for them, and you don't do that and you make something shit and you just cause more issues for the player, I don't think you should have your job. Then I think you should lose it. Like, you're not doing your job well, then you should lose your job.
This man, Kai Howu, has some pressure applied on him, so he makes the changes that his peer, David Young, is already doing. If there's one thing school has taught us, is that copying the smart kids' homework is the best way to do your homework. Personally, it is a bit of a relief that it's not a CEO big FU to us Genshin fans, because they're just way too popular, but instead this situation is just the result of a man's shitty tactics. This gives me hope that the changes we need and deserve are very likely and more possible than ever before. And yes, I know what every passionate player is saying right now.
Don't give me hope.
I personally already quit Genshin. I'll be making my video going over all the major points as soon as possible. Stay tuned for that, but I'm really hoping that I don't have to. I would love nothing more than to trash that script, open my favorite game, stream it for all you wonderful people, and for all of us to have a wonderful time.
Yeah, the thing is that even as a Genshin player, like whenever you play Genshin, if you start with Genshin, this is how I experienced at least. And Genshin was my first gacha game, and then I moved on to try Honkai Star Rail. Man, it's hard to come back to Genshin because you're treated like an actual shit. Like, they are just feeding you shit all the time and you're meant to accept it, enjoy it. Like, it's really hard to go from a product that actually treats their player base really kindly and nice and give them a lot of things and make content as enjoyable, make things quality of life here and there, and just overall makes the experience in a good game, and then go back to something that is just really bad and doesn't do any of it. It's really hard. So I feel like a lot of people, like, I think like Honkai Star Rail might be a really bad thing for Genshin Impact itself, because a lot of players realize they're just being treated like complete dog shit. Maybe that's something I can make a video, but yeah, it's a good video. Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe. I'll post videos nearly every day, so if you want to watch any more reactions, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you there.